so giving this one more try. I was having problems with audio the other day, and now I'm having problems with it was glitching, and I think it's because for some reason OBS restarted and tried to stream in 4K. The game, I'm playing the game in 4K, but the bitrate's set for 720p, so obviously it was glitching maybe. Hopefully this is better. Oh, ponytail. Whoops. I almost wonder if I should play as look that different. Male, female. Oh, if you change. Okay. Well, I'm too lazy to do all that. Okay, gonna let the video go, and I'm just gonna watch the stream to make sure it's playing again. So this is a part of a FromSoft playthrough. Unfortunately, I've played through the whole thing. But I've played through Dark Souls 1 a couple times. 2 or 3 times a while ago. But I just played through the first Bell of Awakening up through the gargoyles yesterday, but like I said, the audio was so messed up, and I'd really like to have this recording be good for posterity's sake. So I'm doing it again. Hopefully I think I did it yesterday in about 3.5 hours. I did all of Undead Burg all the way up through the gargoyles and Darkwood Garden in about 3.5 hours, and I think I should be able to cut that down to 2.5. But hopefully it goes a little quicker. But anyway, I'm gonna let the intro video play. JK, I kind of want to see, can you put a beard on? Hair? Face? Oh, customize? You can do more? You hit customize again. This is such a weird, higher? Maybe I should do wild. I feel like this is what I'm starting to actually look like in quarantine with no haircut. So you can't do a beard. What I'm getting. Oh. All of these faces look creepy. Okay, here goes the video.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. the Witch of Izalith, and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Leto unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Okay. So, I like that this game does not waste any time and just gets going. And, you know, you could obviously skip all that if you wanted to. Okay. Just keep going. And even like the tutorial is optional. You can just kind of blow past it all. Wow. Some random undead guy, he has a lot of health. I don't... Do they even fight back? No. It looks like he wants to, though. What? Hold on. Having some, like, controller lag? Okay. That was weird. My camera kept getting, stuck. Yeah, I'm gonna plug in my controller. I don't know what's going on with it. The Bluetooth on so I'm using an Xbox Elite controller, and the Bluetooth on it is like, it can be fine. It'll be fine for a while, and then just randomly it'll start sucking. Like, it'll disconnect. It'll glitch up my game. It's all over the place. Okay, so this is plugged in. I've heard if you get the like the Xbox adapter, it works fine, but it's like $60, and it's kind of bullshit considering the controller has Bluetooth, my motherboard has Bluetooth. Like, the hell. Run into a sound demon and run away. I know my first time I got killed by him. Although that door seems obvious enough that I think most people are gonna run for it. Got the shield. Oops. Should have hit me. A real sword. This little fog door. That's later. Bullshit moment number 1. If you don't know that that's there, and why would you think that that's there on your first time? You're done.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
I'll hit yes. Although I wonder what it does if you say no.
Failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Rest at bonfire. Okay. Developer commentary. I like that he dies off screen, or he kills himself, I should say. Like, it triggers once you get far enough away that kind of a little shit that you can see through that wall. You can tell that this is like a custom wall that they had to make for the ball to roll through it, because it doesn't quite fit right with the rest of everything. I can be a real shitter with nitpicking on things like that, by the way. I like how they give you one guy to practice parrying on. Pretty good. Although I was saying yesterday, these guys, like, they almost have too long of a wind-up. Like almost unrealistic. I mean, obviously unrealistic, but like that's so long. It to a point where I feel like I can parry the final boss of this game more reliably than this guy. That's such a long wind-up. Okay, I don't think you can go through here anyway. No. So, gotta face the big baddie. The Asylum Demon. Which I almost wonder how many players think, like, oh, I wonder how I can explore the rest of the Asylum. There's no way I have to beat this guy already, right? But no, you do. Ooh! Run away. Smack that booty. And he has, ooh, that got me. What? Get behind him. Okay, he's gonna do his little fly-up maneuver. So he's not that bad. But I was gonna say, the butt on him is almost like comical. Like something you'd see almost like an like an anime boss or like a Nintendo boss. Like their weak point is basically glowing. But I like that solution more. Like it looks more natural, but at the same time, it's you know that ass is just it's eye catching. Okay, I don't think there's anything else here for me. Yeah, you can come back here. A little bit later.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
That's a nice little flyover shot too of all of Lordran, considering you're going to go to a good amount of it. Okay. Yeah. So one upgrade strength and endurance. Those are usually what I go for first.
We have here. You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
First of many laughing NPCs. I've always thought that I kind of don't like his hint. There's one bell up above and one below, because he's sitting right next to the staircase, which my first time was like, oh, I'm going to go down below, which takes you down to New Londo, which is not necessarily an area of the game you're supposed to go to right now. Obviously you can go there, and that's a nice part of Dark Souls, is that it will just let you explore. You know, it doesn't hold your hand. It expects you to realize, oh, I'm not supposed to go here. And I did eventually realize, like, you know, this is silly. I must need some kind of upgrade or something to fight the ghosts. But I almost feel like his placement is a little, I don't know. At the same time, the bird just flew over and showed you everything up there. And I think, but I feel like it drops you and your back is, you know, I don't know. That kind of blends in over there. Anyway. I could see a lot of people, like myself, spending a little too much time doing that. I'm just gonna collect a couple items that are hanging around. Specifically out back in the graveyard. Gonna strip naked here to run faster. The armor weight actually really matters in this game. Oh no. I'm dead. That's a good start to the game. I'm so used to X being to interact. And so I hit X, which obviously in this game is Estus. It is a fairly long animation. I'm not even gonna go for my bloodstain because I don't have anything on it. I don't even think I had any humanity yet. Ooh, really? Alright, well, I got what I wanted. Just a couple of those items floating around. I think there's some more hanging around in Firelink's Shrine here somewhere. I also like that you can, I guess another thing that takes you to go up, is the bell. I apologize if you can sometimes hear echoing, but I was having so much problems with the audio yesterday that I feel like I have to sometimes check in if the stream is working or not. Which it is working right now, but I have to turn on my computer audio. So the echo should be gone. But I feel like I have to do that like every 10 minutes because I was having a lot of problems with it. I think I fixed it, but considering I just played all this yesterday,
Hello there.
I don't want to do it again.
I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Okay. I just thought it was funny, like, they have all this armor to... Like, I feel like the armor makes them look big, but in reality, their model is probably the same. Like, they probably use the character... I can put my armor back on. Speaking of... They probably use the same character creator for everybody. That is slower. But I kind of like the armor. I like how it is slow. I also, they got rid of it in Dark Souls 3 and I didn't like that, but I like that you can hear like the the plates like clanking against each other as you play. I'm gonna go too close because that guy's gonna chuck fire bombs at me, but I wanna come here. This area definitely took me too many times, probably, but my first time. But I do feel like a good part of the difficulty of Dark Souls is just the controls, because they're so clunky in compared to, I mean, not the controls themselves, but the way your character handles is just so clunky compared to most other games that are very fluid. You know, you really dedicate yourself to an attack animation. Like, I can spin a little bit as I start, but I can't cancel out of that attack until it's done. Not only that, but it'll queue up attacks. Like, I hit B to do that, like, well before he actually does the roll. And I feel like a lot of games are much more, maybe not forgiving, but just, you know, more responsive. Okay, maybe I put my order back on too soon. Okay. Yo! I hate the really crappy platforming in these games. As I just talked about how the character moves kind of strange. It's not even worth coming over here either. That ring, I don't really use those. Basically, that ring, if you die, it lets you keep everything, but it's like a one-time use. And there's not exactly many of them, so... Yep. It's also hard because B does 3 things, so if you tap it, you do a little back step, like what I just did off the back of the cliff. If you hold B, you sprint, and then if you click B again as you're sprinting, you jump. So there's a lot. I think in the other games they changed it where B doesn't do all of those things. Oh, I thought I was gonna get smacked there. I do want to go get those souls back. If I can. Not exactly a lot of souls, but something. So the way I play too, generally speaking, I like to get the souls from all enemies once, or most enemies, I should say, and most bosses. So I will go over any optional bosses in this playthrough. Sorry, the lock-on really screwed up my camera there. I should probably be trying to parry a lot more. But anyway, so I try and kill most enemies at least once. And by kill, I mean get the souls from them. So make it to a bonfire and use those souls to level up. I feel like that's a good way to stay on track with the game. If anything, if you do that, I think you actually can get over-leveled pretty quickly. I don't really think there's any need to farm in this game at all. It's there, I guess, to make the game a little easier if you're really struggling, but I don't think that's a necessary step. And then also I try and get all items as well, or at least items that I see. So like that whole jump thing, even though I just like said I don't want that item really, I don't use them, but I don't know. Feels like I'm leaving game content on the table. Parry you. But like for real this time. Here's like the first, like this is what I mean by like, this is almost like an optional area down here. But the game can hide some pretty good goodies. Good goodies? Okay, you can see this guy's just hanging around. What are they even doing there? I mean, I know it's an ambush, but... And I think they even trigger in a way where the two further away from you pull themselves up first. And then these guys come up behind you, which is kind of fun. Oh, I forgot something. I think this just loops back to the beginning of the whole area. What? What am I picking up? There we go, in this house. Oh, what's blocked? I will say, unfortunately, as great as the open world is, and I love how intricate it is, nothing ever feels lived in. Like, this doesn't feel like a real town at all. It just... Like, nothing tells me that people actually lived in these houses at all. But I would imagine that was a bit of a sacrifice they had to make to ensure, well, a big part of this game is the lack of loading screens in between areas. I think the only loading screen is if you warp or die. So, that's not too bad. I think I came up this way, right? Does this just lead to the sewer? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check the stream audio so it's gonna get, It seems good. It was glitched out by this point in the stream, so maybe I'm worrying too much, but I don't want to do this a third time. Dragon. What? I guess I was sticking out of my eye. Okay. As much as I like to complain about parrying, I should not have got that parry. But whatever. Gee. Okay, I need to kill this guy. So it's so funny, having played this game 2 or 3 times now, I just found out, because I always hate these guys because they're very defensive, but I think they're... Ooh! Ooh! No, I'm sorry, I'm doing it wrong. They're probably an enemy that you're meant to kick, and I just found this out yesterday. The kick doesn't really get a lot of use, probably rightfully so, because it's glitchy as hell to use. I think. Yeah, I still don't like these enemies. He's gonna kill me. Yeah, the kick is like, you have to like quickly hit up on the D-pad and light attack. It's like a fighting game almost. I've never liked that. There's just too many variables that could go wrong with the inputs.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
He does sell the key. I was getting very upset yesterday because I missed this key and I'm like, where's the, the flipping key? I can't find it. Box allowing inventory management at bonfire?
Thank you kindly.
Seems worthwhile. But he does sell the key, but it was in a different menu. Oh god. Who's back here? Did I do that? Oop. This schmo did. Oh man. Sorry, I was going for a parry. So my whole first time playing, I did not parry. The timing is really strict. Well, it's not. It's odd because it's a slow parry, and there's a very slow. If you only get one chance. It's high risk, high reward. So I just kind of gave up on it on my first playthrough, but it is actually really useful for some sword enemies, and especially the last boss. My first time, I had so much trouble with the last boss. I mean, and then my second, maybe not even my second time. I think I've played this 3 times before. My third time, I finally sat down. I was like, I'm gonna parry, and he's so easy with parrying, almost too easy. Some more parkour. I missed it. It's okay, everyone's dead. And honestly, I could keep going because the Firelink Shrine bonfire is already reinforced. What's enkindled? Kindled a bonfire. So you can normally they only give you 5 Estus, but if you kindle it, it can do 10. You can actually take it up to 20 later on in the game. I guess I could go to, there's a boss that through the graveyard you can go to that lets you kindle bonfires past once. I still messed it up, shoot. That's a really far run back to try again. But I don't really care to. I try not to kindle bonfires too much. There's some areas, like for instance Blighttown has a pretty, especially with the poison and toxin down there, I like having 10 Estus. Going through some parts later on in the game too, I like having 10 Estus, especially if I know it's like a long time in between bonfires. But in terms of bosses, I don't find having extra Estus helps too much. Because they usually don't give you enough time to heal anyway. My fucking god. And I feel like I end up actually dying in boss fights when I'm trying to heal. So having more healing doesn't, usually if you get to a point where you run out of 5 Estus, then your chances of just dying are skyrocketing. There are a couple exceptions. Slow boss fights, like Ornstein and Smough for instance, where sometimes it can be hard to, because there's 2 of them, it can be hard to get in and out without getting hit back, so you kind of have to trade blows. The 4 Kings are that way too. Got it. Thank God. Sure. What was here? I hope it was worth it. Not really. Not really. I guess it is your first, you didn't pick a ranged character to first ranged weapon that you can get without buying. You could probably buy something off that merchant. I hate the way his feet sound on, they sound like he's still wearing like leather sandals or boots or something. But his bare feet running on the floor. Ooh, close. Put the armor back on. I more like the armor for how it looks, than anything. Okay, probably should have tried to parry him, but whatever. I think this is probably, so I've only ever played the remastered version. I did not play the original version when it came out a long time ago, I think. Maybe 2010. And I think they added these reflective properties, which I like. I know a lot of people gave the remaster shit. I don't know why. Other than they clearly did not do anything. They just upscaled it to 4K and made it stable. I know I've seen videos where people complain about the frame rate not even being a stable 30 in some areas, especially Blighttown. So I guess the fact that I'm able to play this at a very stable 4K 60 is... Whoops! I forgot that I just... So, before this, the first FromSoft game I played in this series was Sekiro, which is their newest game. But in Sekiro, you can rest at the Buddha statues without resting. I guess I should say you can get into the menu at the Buddha without resting. The short sword better? I don't think so. Broadsword. Oh, short sword. Can I compare? They have the same thing, except this has better attack. Okay, so the broadsword is better. Oh man, that jump. I always thought, just knowing FromSoft, they probably at some point had 2 guys here, then got rid of it. I will say, as much as I was kind of bashing the environments, the fact that there's so much destructible things, and like, look how many pieces came from that table. That's a lot. And the ragdoll physics on the bodies. Is a little dumb, but also kind of funny. Okay, come here, because I don't want the firebomb people to hit me. Your axe guy. Okay. Here's the door I was talking about with that key. I was like all upset yesterday they couldn't open this. Worth it coming back just for that. Not really. Gold pine resin. What does that do? Lightning? I think it gives you lightning on your sword temporarily. Ugh, you again. Okay, there's an archer up here. He's being real sneaky. He waits for you to go down there and fight them and then shoot you in the back. Ooh. Nice. Got him. Ooh, and a Titanite shard. That's a bit early for one of those. Now, is the longsword better than the broadsword? No. Boy, Dark Knight. I like fighting him, but I want to fight him up here where it's more open. Come on. Come on, guy. Oh boy. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that either. There we go. That'll do the damage. Nice. Backstab spam. Oh, that was way too early. If he kills me here. Fuck me. Oh! I was doing perfect. Perfect. Let me gather my thoughts. Make sure it's gonna the audios might get laggy here, but I want to make sure it's still sounding good. Yeah, still sounding good. So that's a great example of I panicked because I got hit, and then I tried to heal, but by trying to heal I ended up doing worse because I was so concerned about my health, and had I just gotten one more parry on him, he would be dead. No. Let me in. Can't deal with all these firebombs. Another Titanite shard. Dang. Oh god, really? That pole is gonna stop my whole sword swing? There's my bloodstain. Come on. Just die already. I hate... Oh. Sorry. I really hate that wind-up, though. It is just way too long. Like... and I feel like they made it long to try and help you parry, but... I can't express enough how I find it to be the complete opposite. They are some of the hardest enemies to parry because of it. Okay, I'm doing worse. Keep trying to kick. Kick. That should have been a parry? Maybe? Probably? Alright, Dark Knight, come on. Let's try this again. With less Estus than last time. Okay, I don't know why it's Woo! Woo! That second one should have been a parry. I will backstab you to death. POS. Okay. You fool. I'm not going after Taurus Demon, I just want to trigger this trap. Because the trap doesn't respawn. I'm gonna have to come back and do this again. There's that long wind up. I'm gonna go back and reset, do this one more time, hopefully just one more time. Hopefully I can kill Taurus Demon on my first go. Read that endurance. What? What? Oh, that other guy, okay. Okay, not looking good already. Now I almost want to just kind of run past some shit. We have done this enough times. Probably easier to go this way, right? And, you know, actually, wasn't the Dark Knight guarding something down here? Yes, he was. Anything fun? Blue Tearstone ring. Boost defense while HP is low. Sure. I don't. Do rings weigh something? No. Oh. Great. All right, come on. I don't want to fight you on the stairs. Uneven terrain's never doesn't work well. Especially when it's all closed in like that. Yep. Bye, fools. I'm too lazy to deal with you all. What? What? Not looking good. Not looking good at all. Okay. Trigger him. Come up here. Do one of these. Take out a good chunk of health. Ooh. Okay, his footsteps are starting to mirror a pain in the ass. Granted, I'm also cheesing this guy crazy. Ooh, what? What? I feel like my problem with him is just the terrain. He's really big. And that's a very narrow space to fight him in, I think. Okay, gonna let this guy talk for a second.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Soler of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Sure.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
It's a bit of an explanation for the multiplayer. You can leave your soapstone sign? Is that what they're called? I hate this part. This is so dumb. So dumb. I have no idea how to avoid that. I've tried running backwards when he comes across the bridge. I just kind of hope to tank it at this point. Even knowing he's coming, I don't get it. Level up. Get the turns up more. Very close. 1660. That's close enough. I'm gonna crack a bit of souls. These souls you can use when you die, you don't lose them. 3 years forever. Oh, by the way, this is the bonfire from Undead. The game's first of many really cool kind of loop rounds. You gonna come up here? Really? You're gonna follow me all the way up here. Ridiculous. Another one following me? No. Something else I want to shoot this one. Kill those enemies. There we go. Up there. Again, no idea how you're supposed to actually make it past that part. Okay. I think he finds his way. He's like pissed that you got past him. He comes back if you go far enough across the bridge, but I just want to grab these items. Specifically the claymore, because that is my weapon of choice. Now, hopefully, I have the strength to use it? No. How much does it need? Oops. Wait, what does it, where does it, it requires, no, that's me. What does it say the requirement? I have strength 14. Oh, here we go. X. 16. Shit. Okay. Well, use it in a minute. Raise this on. Okay, so there's another dark night up ahead. I wanna get. Come here, guy. I should be free. Wow. Not sure if I should have had that, but I will take it. Excellent spam. I know this is cheap, but you know, I'm not that good of a player, so I'll take what I can get. Oh, I can't get on. Oof. He's gonna kill me. Problem is, he's got the giant sword. You can't really block it. It does so much stamina damage that it just goes right through your shield. Unless it's like absolutely full, I think maybe we can some get hit, but even that, I don't really feel it. It's probably, I honestly should probably use a lighter armor to try and roll past him. He's gonna kill me before I get missiles. Maybe I should fight him down here. So it's up. It's a little bit more open. Plus, if I die, I'm guaranteed to get missiles back. I can. Whoa! What direction did he come from? Did he jump off the tower? Did he take damage? Oh, okay. Meanwhile, I brought him down here to fight him in a more open spot, and then I take to a smaller spot behind the waterfall, or the fountain, I should say. Okay. That attack, I don't think you can parry. Maybe not that one either. Oh god. It's so strange, like, with this guy, like, I don't think I should have had that parry. There's the attack I can't parry, at least I don't think. I could have parried. Oh! That was wrong. That was wrong. No, one more heal. Oof. Ooh. I think that's it. That's that. It isn't. But that is. If a jerk. But not that big of a jerk. Come on. Come on. Ooh. This is, I think, the way you're probably supposed to come around from the dragon. But then I don't know how you're supposed to open that gate. Poisoned. So the rats can poison you with your shield. That sucks. Yeah, come over here. I don't know if I should go over there. I don't think I have anything to cure this poison either. What? I'm over here, guy. Over here. Stay focused. I thought I was gonna go down with them. What? Okay, that. See, like that felt like a parry to me. I'm almost wondering, does poison reduce your strength, your attack? I feel like I should have more damage than. Okay, and this is below. Takes you back down to Undeadburg. I guess the dragon's back. I'll take all the extra souls. Oh, more than I can use the anymore. I hate the like how your attacks get stuck on the walls, but theirs don't. I always felt that was unnecessary BS. Maybe if it was both, you know, like, I don't mind your attacks, you know, the positioning, you gotta be mindful of your positioning, but I'm gonna get hit by an arrow. There's also their arrows face through each other, so there's no friendly fire for them. What? Just a bit much going on here. This here took me a long time at first playthrough. Just look at that. Just a bit much. It's not hard necessarily, just like I was playing down there definitely. But still. I wonder, I just want to see if the Dark Knight has something else up here. Was he guarded something? Or is it just the... I mean, you get a sword, but I think you need something like 20-something strength to use it, so... You would have been dumping all your levels in strength to use it, but it's really slow. It's a good weapon, but it's really slow. Just gonna run up here for a second. Because I'm afraid of that bull. I'm gonna run past you. No archers. Okay. There's another one. Ooh. I'm dead. Okay, maybe I'm not. Also, maybe running up here wasn't the best idea. You jerk. Use that crossbow. Maybe we'll get some use out of it. Heal. It's just gonna make it take longer than it should. So dumb. Okay. Next, you can use so I like how they're giving the alerting spells right here. You can try and lure the bull into the fire. There we go. That'd be some good damage. You can also just kill him. Backstab him in the butt. His butthole is not covered by armor. I think it's like a 1 or 2 shot kill. What? I thought he was crawling up. I was like, oh. Okay, and then I believe there's one more guy who kind of like ran away a little bit. Fighting. This is I feel like this is one of the areas early on. This is a pretty strong gap between bonfires, for sure. I like how this guy, he must have some kind of custom AI because he tries to trick you into following him and getting ambushed by his buddies. I think there's a lot of them in here, actually. Key. Attack, attack, attack. Be wary of the liar. Some walls are illusory. I don't really like them. I mean, if you hit them with your sword, they'll, it's a fake wall. I guess it's okay because people can leave the messages that give you a hint, but obviously sometimes people lie, so it's a little tough to tell. Guy. I think these guys, like, he has like the little shield, but the little shield actually parries very easily. So I feel like they're kind of, they put you in these small areas too, where it's hard to maneuver around them. Praise the sun, yeah. As a means to kind of be like, hey, if you haven't learned a parry yet, you should know. At the same time, it's kind of hard because you just fought a whole bunch of kind of normal enemies or enemies you have been fighting to this point. And if you're like me, like even right now, I was like, I don't want to experiment. I just want to get to the next bonfire, so I don't have to redo all that again. But that's it. That's my last assist. I'm not here to experiment. I'm here to survive. I just want one of them to follow me. Okay, he'll take the bait. Thinking about it. Did he jump dodge that? Oh god. Parrying also, I guess they put you in these short hallways with them because then your sword doesn't get stuck. But I don't know. I still just they could have been closer to the bonfire, which they are. If you get past them the one time, there's a bonfire ahead. But I don't know. I'm gonna go for this bonfire because I think it's easier to get to. Go over here so that that guy can hit me. like compared to me, but the game seems to really like giving me comparisons when I should have kept my phone. I should. I don't. Or at least I feel like I should. I don't. Thanks, sure. I think my first time playing, I didn't come this way because I thought it was leading to another area and I wanted to, you know, before moving on, beat everything in that area. And the gargoyle fight definitely is a lot easier if you level up weapons. The gargoyles have a lot of health, and because the second one comes in halfway through the fight, if you can't take out the first one pretty quickly, then you can really put yourself in a tough spot. Okay. Strength. So I should be using my claymore. Like. It just has a better moveset. I like the stab a lot. It has a lot of range, and it's really good in near areas. Range gesture, yeah. Force this. Should be able to reinforce it a few times.
Don't get yourself killed.
I don't know how true this is, but I know I read online that every time you hear the bell ring, that's actually another player ringing the bell in the game. So I just realized I haven't checked the audio in a while. Sure enough, it's glitching. Let me see if this fixes it. Snot's better? Snot's better? It seems like it. Seems better. Snot's better? Seems like it. Seems better. Snot's better? Okay, now it's echoing, but I think it's better now. Or is it back already? Yeah, it's back. Huh. I don't know what this issue is at all. I thought I fixed it. Let me try it one more time. Okay. Let's see how much that did. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, actually, it's already back, isn't it? Okay, I'm just gonna restart the stream.